Right, in Defence of Kata. Not a big fan of Kata myself, as I have seen it, as it has been put across to me. It's again, I'm not going to say it's useless, because if you can do a 50 move Kata and have that last strike still be as strong and powerful as the first one, and you're not out of breath, there's something to it. It's training your lungs, it's training your cardio. However, I have seen a lot of Kata taught by people who do not understand it. It's the equivalent of learning how to do surgery, and the surgeon teaching you says, and then we do a bit of magic. It's not good enough. Hitakai, I believe it is, where you punch like this. I've heard people say that this arm coming back is to generate power. So they say that, you know, if you throw the right, then you're throwing with the power of your right side. If you pull back with the left, you're now doubling the power to go. It's bollocks. It's complete horseshit. You don't generate power that way. The power from my right hand coming out is generated by pushing my right foot into the ground. That's how you generate power. Any boxer will tell you this. This arm coming back is not to generate power. It's to remove your guard. So if we're scrapping, and I got my hands up like this, your left arm will shoot out, grab my left arm, and pull it out the way. So from here, you've pulled my arm, so I'm now like this. This now opens up my head and my ribs. So this, for me, is clearing a path. So I can go, move your arm out the way, bang, catch you on the head, move your arm, bang, catch you in the ribs. That's what Hitakai is for. It's not a power generating thing. It is purely to get the arm out of the way. It's equivalent of if someone's doing this, or someone's like that, when in self-defense, the old Lee Morrison thing of going, you're doing it to whack the arms out of the way quickly before cracking them one. It's the exact same thing. It's a tactical thing. I've seen footage of somebody in America teaching this. They had blue gis on, I think it was a karate class, and he's throwing a punch, and as he throws the punch, he snaps his right foot right back, so that his arm and his leg are now in line, making a nice little angle. And he says this is we throw the leg back to generate power. Well, again, we know that's absolute nonsense. You push off the leg to generate power. When he pushes the leg back and throws the arm forward, there's a nice snap of the gi, and that snap of the cloth always makes it sound a little bit more powerful. He's completely misunderstood the kata he's looking at. It's not supposed to be done where I'm facing you. It's done where we're side by side. So as my right leg snaps back, my right fist shoots forward. My right fist is grabbing you and holding you behind your left shoulder, remembering that you're at my right hand side, my right hand is on your left shoulder at the back. When my right leg snaps back and kicks back, it's taking your left leg away. So I go bump. It's not punching someone in front of me, it's getting someone at the side and sweeping them so that they're falling forward on their face. Two very different situations. There's a kata where you face the guy here and you go ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then you suddenly sense that you're about to be attacked from behind, so you turn around, lunge punch to the gut while you bring this up over your head to block. Again, absolute nonsense. You would never do that. If you had the ability to sense that you were about to be attacked from behind, why would you be fighting the first guy? Would you not sense that he can, or can you only sense people attacking you if you're already fighting somebody? What it is this guy, you're then grabbing his wrist. This should be here. You're bringing your elbow under his arm, and that lunge punch is actually pulling his wrist. You're throwing this guy. So you're going, Esh! It looks like you're doing this, but you're actually throwing the guy. It's a Seonagi. It's not Ippon Seonagi. Let this be a quiz. Tell me which Seonagi I'm thinking about, where the arm comes under the arm as opposed to right under the biceps. So under the right arm when I'm throwing him, it's not over my biceps like Ippon. It's my forearm and elbow going under. Let me know the answers to that question. I'll probably look it up anyway, but you might win something. Anyway, I digress. So kata has been taught completely incorrectly. Anytime you're doing kata, you should be able to say, where is the guy right now? It's very, very rare that kata is designed for you fighting multiple opponents. It's always the same guy. So if I'm fighting you and go ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then I turn suddenly to my side, I'm not now fighting a second person. What this is I'm fighting you, and I've moved to your side. So you're here, I've moved so that you're now here. It's to replicate moving around you on the angles. So it's not that I've gone boom, 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 and then I've suddenly turned to this guy and chopped this guy in the face. I've gone boom, 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 grabbed your shoulder, moved to your side, and then gone whack to you. That's the way it's supposed to work. There's a number of kata as well that it just looks bizarre. I go from here to A, to B, to C. Well, no, you go from here, you've then got options. So from here, I can go option A. If option A doesn't work, I can go to option B. If option B doesn't work, I've got option C. If option C doesn't work, I push you and I run like hell. That should be the objective in self-defense anyway. So kata is very, very misunderstood. It's not understood by the people who are teaching it, which is bad. The martial arts, unfortunately, do have this aura around them where they've cultivated this thing where you cannot ask questions. I know people say, no, I'm really open to it. No, the culture is you cannot ask questions, because if you ask a question, it's seen as though you're questioning or trying to pick a fight with a sensei, like they don't know what they're talking about. Unfortunately, with kata, the majority of people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Simple as that. I would suggest, I've mentioned him 1,000 times in these videos, Iain Abernethy. If you're into martial arts that use kata, you need to be looking at Iain Abernethy's work, you need to be studying it, you need to be getting onto his website and asking him questions. He's very open and approachable on his website, on his forums. He's a guy that has a wealth of knowledge. You need to be tapping into his brain because he knows what he's talking about. Iain Abernethy teaches kata properly. He did a couple of videos with Jesse Enkamp, the karate nerd, about practical applications of kata in the bunkai. I would suggest looking up those videos. There's a great video of Iain Abernethy teaching for Chuck Norris where he mentions this kata. I'm not going to ruin it for you. I'll try and link it if I can remember it. Again, kata has been taught incorrectly. You need to look at kata and think of it as shadow boxing. So when you start to box, you learn a jab, you learn a cross, you learn a hook, you learn a straight, uppercut, great. You then have a system where it's jab, jab, cross, hook. Well, that's great for practicing. You will get people practicing that. But if it's face to face, if you're this close to the guy and you know a short uppercut's going to work, people then don't turn around and say, "Oh, well, you shouldn't be teaching a jab." It applies differently. Again, the applications, when and where to apply these things, aren't covered very well in kata application, in kata classes. So just a quick clearing up on that. I've never been a big fan of kata. I'm getting into it a little bit more now. Obviously, we've got the RBUD self-defense kata classes, which is our own techniques that we're applying. Look into it. If you're studying kata in your club, go through 2 or 3 of your favourite katas and just ask, even if it's just asking yourself whilst you're doing this, where is that guy now in relation to me? Because this is something that is missed a lot. Ask yourself, from here, is it logical that I would suddenly turn into fight a guy at my side? Or should I be cutting the angle on this guy and popping him in the side? So, I hope I haven't offended anybody. If I have, it's unfortunate. I didn't mean to. But if you are upset by what I've said, maybe it's a good indication that you need to be looking closer into how you do kata, how you apply it, and what you think about it, what your objective with kata is. If we look at the kata being something that is supposed to finish a fight there and then, that's the objective of it. Does it make sense that to finish something there and then would go from point A to point B to point C to point, or is it a case of these are supposed to be our options? Is it a case of we've completely misunderstood this? Again, questions, comments, queries, and suggestions, pop them in the box. Anything you'd like to know, pop it in the box. If you disagree, if you sort of agree, if you completely agree, if you think I shouldn't be doing this anymore, whatever it might be. If you have a class where you teach kata or you study kata and you think I've got it wrong, please by all means send me an invitation, send me a link to the videos, and I'll look into it. I could be wrong. There's a very good possibility that we could all be wrong. I don't think I am from the study I've done and the people I've looked at who have explained things, but there's always room for improvement. So, until next time, train hard, train smart, stay safe.